Welcome back to Disney Infiniy 3.0 as we look forward to the release of Captain America Civil War. Today we'll be taking a look at Captain America the First Avenger, which is inspired by his costume by Age of Ultron, and technically Civil War because they're doing this whole thing where his mask is off. Then we're going to talk about the events from Winter Soldier all the way up to Civil War, so you get your most recent depiction of Captain Steve Rogers in... Please don't let this happen again. Okay. So Steve Rogers, after the event of not Age of Ultron, Avengers, Steve is trying to become a work for S.H.I.E.L.D. and has a close... Okay, I'm just doing this with Liza. Begins a close colleague relationship with Natasha Romanoff. And to become friends, she starts trying to hook him up with some girls, like the nurse across the hall, who's the daughter of the woman he tried to bang. Not at all creepy.
All in a day's work.
He finds out that Natasha has her own mission to steal some S.H.I.E.L.D. files, which actually reveals stuff about Hydra that Nick Fury has locked. It's locked by Nick Fury, but later reveals Alexander Pierce. Captain learns about Project Insight, the program used to take down enemies before they can even be neutralized. A bullet to everyone's head. And Dr. Stephen Strange is even one of them. So that is nice to see that Stephen Strange has a present. Captain Steve Rogers meets up with, goes to a museum where he is meant to be kind of, exposition if you have not seen, First Avenger, which is a pretty decent film. I'm going to talk a little about Agent Card later on after we talk about some Age of Ultron stuff. But Samuel L. Jackson's character is later killed by the Winter Soldier, leaving Bucky on a vengeance trip, and is framed for knowing about the murder, but it's secretly Hydra, and he becomes close friends with Brock Rumlow, who later becomes Crossbones. Oh, spoilers! He and Natasha later run off and find a secret base that Hydra has been using, revealing that Hydra has been working within S.H.I.E.L.D. At this time, we find out that Alexander Pierce is behind the Winter Soldier. We had this awesome fight while that happened. They soon enlist the help of Falcon, who does help them bring in dear old Sitwell, who is an agent of Hydra. Revealing that he's Falcon. On their way back, they are infiltrated by the Winter Soldier who's out to get him, and his mask finally comes off, revealing the surprise, it was Tony Stark. No, it was Bucky. They're soon captured, and Steve has to come with a close realization that his friend is gone, but he doesn't want to admit it.
Put up quite a fight, my friend.
They later escape, and then Nick Fury says, "Guess what? I was fighting you the whole time. I am secretly still alive." No one can die in the MCU movies except for Quicksilver. Except for Quicksilver. And Coulson's movies. And then they finally decide to work together, and he gets his old costume back from the museum from Stan Lee to go take down Project Insight, but won't. And then to take care of them. Sam Wilson disposes of Grimlow and kind of damages him, burns him up, and that's ready for Crossbones, a main player in the Civil War arc, which I will talk about in an awesome Civil War lore, a Civil War, if you will. And soon Steve and Falcon are on the quest for finding his lost friend, who's now disappeared to who knows where, and later found again in Ant-Man, post-credits scene. Now, the events in Age of Ultron shows the old takes after the events of Winter Soldier, of course, but it's the main aspect of it considering they're going to take down Hydra's base, which they've been doing for a while. After Thor's return back to Earth, and so forth with their film. I'm gonna hit you with that. Get deserve it. Yeah, you deserve to be hit. Anywho, he's more, considering Age of Ultron is more of a gag of the first film. They kind of set up Civil War in the fact that they kind of have trust issues. And he has this glorious part where he dances, where he should have danced, which would have been a nice send-off to Peggy Carter, considering she's gonna die in Civil War. Oh, spoilers? This isn't really a spoiler because it's set photos. He becomes more of the comedy relief, doing the whole language joke, which is the best joke of the whole film. It probably was. But the people who responsible for the best adaptation of Captain America has to go down to the Russo brothers. Joss Whedon doesn't know how to incorporate Captain America as much as the Russo brothers. The Russo brothers are amazing directors, and they know what to do, how to do the character correctly. Now, Steve is kind of lost in time, considering he wants to find his friend Buck, but he can't because he's going through some stuff. He's a man lost through time who wants to live without a war. He hasn't lived his life, because as soon as his war ended, he was brought back into another one. And then after that, after the events of Age of Ultron with the Sokovia accident and bringing in new members, Captain America soon starts to lead the new band of, believe it or not, Avengers, consisting of Captain America, Black Widow, Vision, Scarlet Witch, and Falcon. Did I say War Machine? I probably did say War Machine. Take my time. As he says, Avengers up! It ends there. Now let's talk about Agent Carter because it is kind of a prelude, but also kind of a spin-off of the event. So Agent Carter, I'm also going to talk about how she's moving on past Steve. So Agent Carter Season 2 was probably the best because she and Sousa finally got together, which was kind of a nice ship because I shipped them for a while, and then they put... The writers in Marvel, they like to stroke our emotions in TV shows. They like toying with our little emotions like it's a pull-up game. It isn't really well made. And she kind of has to learn to get over Steve by falling for Sousa and Wilkes, who is kind of in the negative zone, which they were trying to introduce that as well. Thank you, Bucky. During the events of Ant-Man, we find out that the courts have already been in session. And they need Ant-Man's help to free Bucky from the containment, which begins Civil War. Based on the trailer, the film looks awesome. It shows more of his passion to be a person, a man who's trying to relive the world, trying to become something better than he already is to prove America what it is. This will be Chris Evans' fifth role of playing the historical Captain America, celebrating his 75th year. Yes, Captain America has been around for 75 years, being one of the most iconic Marvel characters ever. Being the most historic along with Namor and the Human Torch, which did make an appearance in Captain America, the first Avenger. Now his costume, I found it a bit cheap that they weren't giving him a new costume, but they gave him a really cool costume based off his Director's S.H.I.E.L.D. costume in Winter Soldier. If you haven't seen Chris Evans as a role, definitely watch it. But he did a really crappy job as the Human Torch, so you kind of had to make up for it. You really, really did. I'm just trying to get up myself. Okay. Good. Then we can end this part by taking a look at the Hall of Heroes, ending this part. Load. All superheroes. comes out in theaters today. Go watch the film. A review will be coming up soon, and I highly encourage you to watch it. There are great things about it, and wow, I can't know what to say. The film's going to be a great should be a great adaptation of the Marvel comics and the historic Captain America issue. But to get you ready for the Civil War lore episode, it's going to happen before the whole Marvel Battlegrounds playset, so expect that. Which it should already be up because this is after the Battlegrounds. So, a little brief history. It's about civil liberties, two teams going against each other, and I personally team Cap. Cap stands for the American way and who we are and individuality. And he's a great guy. On his team is him, Falcon, Winter Soldier, Scarlet Witch, and Ant-Man, or Giant Man. And as soon as this loads, I like jumping with him. Jump. Jump. Come on, jump. Jump. Okay. Captain America, First Avenger. The red, white, and blue Avenger fate. Will face many foe. Evildoers beware. Cause when Captain America throws his mighty shield, I really need to play that right now. When Captain America throws his mighty shield.
When Captain America throws his mighty shield, all those who chose to oppose his shield must yield. It is led to a fight and a duel is due, and the red and the white and the blue come through when Captain America throws his mighty shield.
Yes, so don't, and also a classic Crossbones and Helmut Zemo, one of my favorite Marvel villains, will be appearing in Captain America Civil War. Check out Captain America Civil War.